Hi Stampers, this is Kim with Great Inspirations. Thank you for joining me for another video in my Stamp Happy Holidays series of card making ideas and tips. And today's video is going to be a little different. Instead of walking through how I put together a card or tags or another project, we're going to talk a little bit about the products I used to create these 5 Christmas cards. And not to worry, all of the supplies I used for these cards and instructions on how I made these cards can be found on my coordinating blog post. And the link to that blog post will be in the description of this video, which you can find, at least on my iPad, right below the video. And there may be a little arrow that you need to click on, like a little down arrow to make it appear. But that is where you can find the link to my blog post. But these cards, I made them sort of quickly because I just received my shipment of Stampin' Up. And all these cards were made, for the most part, with items from a new collection Stampin' Up is releasing, and they will be available to customers on 1 November 2022. And this collection of products is called the Fitting Florets Collection. It includes 2 stamp sets, a set of coordinating dies, designer series paper, and an embellishment. And I thought we would just take a look at that today and talk a little bit about these cards. And then at the end, I have a sort of a bonus card to show you. But these products, here's the framed florets stamp set. As you can see, it has some floral images, some greenery, and some sentiments. And as you can see, it's not Christmassy at all. Wishes for a beautiful birthday. Thank you with all my heart. So lucky to call you friend. For a special person on a special day. Just a little reminder that you are loved and celebrate. But then there is another stamp set that comes with the collection. And it is called Framed and Festive. And it has several sentiments for Christmas cards. Merry Christmas from all of us. Fa la la. Noel. 'Tis the season to be jolly. May this season be filled with peace and joy. From our home to yours. And have yourself a merry little Christmas. Now the dies are called the Framed Floret dies. And look, there are some ovals included. We've not had any ovals for a while released from Stampin' Up. There are some ornate ovals, a less ornate oval, and an oval that basically cuts out the hearts in an oval shape. We'll talk more about these dies in just a moment. But I do want you to know that this stamp set and these dies will be included in the upcoming Stampin' Up! January through June 2023 mini catalog. They will be offered as individual products or as a bundle for a savings of 10%. The other items I show you that are part of the Fitting Florets collection will be available from 1 November 2022 through 4 January 2023 or while supplies last. So that would include this stamp set and also these little embellishments, and they are adhesive back gold swirls. Don't know if you can see the little swirled pattern on each of these. They're quite flat, so they should mail quite easily. And then the designer series paper, which is called Fitting Florets Designer Series paper, and we'll take a look at that. Here's a pattern. It has a night of navy, balmy blue, and polished pink. And the other colors in this collection are Crushed Curry, Evening Evergreen, and Soft Succulent. Oh, and did I mention Blushing Bride? It also has Blushing Bride. Here's one design. A floral print. Another floral print. And another. And this, as you can see, I've used on this card right here. More florals. Blushing Bride with the polished pink. Evening Evergreen in a gingham, which I used right here. And then this with the soft succulent, and I used that for this card. Blushing Bride, and some more Balmy Blue. So that's the Designer Series paper. And now let's talk a little bit about the dies. Each of these images has a die that will cut it out. So that would be this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, the open dies. These other dies are, of course, for the frames, for the oval frames, and for some greenery and some leaves. I did not use these dies, and when you first look, they may look, oh, they're the same, but they're not. They face a different direction, and I will show you what they cut out. Maybe, if I can grab them. There's one, and here's the other. Very delicate little additions to a card. Then this die I used on this card right here with the white glimmer paper and with the distressed gold paper. And here's a better look at what it cuts out. And then as far as the oval frames go, they're kind of a 2-for-1 in a way, because when you cut out this to get this frame, you of course will also have the inside piece that you can use inside the frame to put your sentiments on. See, here's the frame. Oops, wrong side. And then here's the inside portion. And then we have this one. It's more on the ornate side. And I did not use it. I did use the inside part of it on this card and this card. But I thought I'd made a card using this frame. Oh, I did. That's the card I'm going to show you later. I did make a card using this frame. I kept thinking, where is it? But I will show you that at the end of, towards the end of the video, that I did use this frame to create a card. But this is what it looks like. And then, of course, there's the inside of it that you can use. Okay, so then the last die I want to talk about is this one. And it does not cut an oval per se. What it cuts are these hearts. I'm not really sure you can see that very well. Let me get my... Does that help? Maybe not. I think it just makes it dark. Here. There. It cuts out hearts that form an oval. And if you would like, these hearts would be great to save to do perhaps a shaker card, for fill in a shaker card. But that is what this die cuts out. Okay, let's take a closer look at these cards. Here's this one. May the season be filled with peace and joy. And of course I've used 2 different patterns of the Designer Series paper. I used the sentiment from the Christmas sentiment set, the framed and festive set. Just some pearls and a little bit of ribbon. And then I did put a panel on the inside. This Merry Christmas is from another stamp set. But I stamped this little image on the inside just to add a little interest inside the card. And then here's the card I made using the oval die that cuts the hearts. Again, just some ribbon and pearls and some of that designer series paper. Then these two cards are very similar, and they're not necessarily colors you would think of for Christmas, but I thought, well, you can always do something a little different now and then, even though, you know, I love tradition, I love the red and green, but I do use a lot of blue when I'm making snowman cards. So I thought, why not? And I've, again, used an oval die and then the center for my greetings. Used a little ribbon on this one, but on this one across the center I just used some cardstock that I've stamped on for a background. And then this card I made, this was basically the first card I made with products from this collection. And I used that distressed gold specialty paper that is in the annual catalog, along with a little gold embossing, some of the shimmer gold ribbon that is also in the annual catalog. And these are the festive pearls that are in the current mini catalog. And these die cuts, the white ones, were cut from the white shimmer paper. And then here are some cut from the distressed gold specialty paper. So that's just a quick look at the cards and that I made and the products that will be available beginning November 1st. And on my corresponding blog post, there will be a link to the flyer so you can see the prices and get a closer look as to what these products look like. Now, I promised you a bonus card for today. And I thought, well, in making all these Christmas cards, I should maybe make another card that is not for Christmas. So I made this birthday card. And I did use the framed florets stamp set. And as you can see, I've used these two flowers and this these leaves right here. And one of the sentiments to make a pretty birthday card. And this is the one where I used this die. So this is what it looks like on a card. Well, that's all I have for today, but I do thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, stamp happy.